And here we are with Game 5 between Zenstyle and Puffin in our first semifinals in the America's Hearthstone Winter Championships. So the coin, a huge factor in this matchup here. It looks like Zenstyle has a pretty awesome opening there. We'd like to see double Mana Wurm just come down right away. Actually, elects just to play the one Mana Wurm. Very interesting to see what he's saving the coin for. Could be Flamewaker, could be something like Antonius later as well. Looking at Puffin, SI7 agent, pretty good, but not as good if you don't have coin, right? Some other plays there, you know, Viscerate could come into play. Can be able to deal with some of the early pressure, most likely. Back to Zenstyle. If we had played that Mana Wurm last turn, we would have a huge turn right here. Play the Arcane Missiles and just go face for a ton. But instead, he's not actually going to be able to take too much advantage of the Sorcerer's Apprentice. Just the one damage going to face. I would like to see a lot more pressure coming from Zenstyle. And here we see Puffin is just going to be able to take out this board very cleanly. The prep into the Eviscerate, and then dropping the SI7 agent. Going to take out the Sorcerer's Apprentice. Pretty good turn by Puffin, and as we see, that's why he's been on such a hot streak this year. Very, very good as of late. The Mana Wurm coming down, Arcane Blast, and I think Zenstyle's just going to roll here. Gotta get one of these missiles to hit the 3-1. Will it happen? And there it goes. Just needed one of them to hit. Pretty smart heads-up play by Zenstyle. Gonna put more of the pressure back on. You know, looking at the previous turns, why didn't the pressure come out a bit earlier? Very, very interesting play from Zenstyle so far. Puffin here with a very interesting turn. You could Evis, use your weapon, and then weapon up again. You could also Tinkers as well. You usually want to save Tinkers so you get a lot more burst, but taking out Mana Wurm is very important here. Do not want that thing to grow, you know, into a 5-3, 6-3, especially with the coin still in play. Just gonna use the Tinkers here. Yep, gonna take out the Mana Wurm, clear up the board. Not the best turn from Puffin, but you know what? Feels alright. The Mirror Image off the top, not a great draw into the Mirror Entity. It's very hard, you know, not a great board presence from Zenstyle at this moment. But if you're Puffin, what do you do? Yeah, you're just gonna have to play the Sludge Buster, test it out, hope it's Counterspell. It is not. So, gonna create a Sludge Buster for Zenstyle and give the tempo right back to the Tempo Mage. Fireball, gonna be able to clean this up pretty nice. Unfortunately for Zenstyle, Puffin's still with a 4 damage weapon, will also be able to react to that as well. Probably just expect Azure Drake to come out on here. Yep, and there it is. There's the Azure Drake. Most likely we'll clean off the Sludge Belcher and, you know, grasp the board right back like he's been doing the whole time. Rogue with those ability to really swing turns. And with no hesitation, Zenstyle straight to the Unstable Portal. And again, just going to ping, not going to actually coin out the Kel'Thuzad. Very interesting. I think I would like to see the Kel'Thuzad come out early. When else, as Tempo Mage, are you going to use it? Probably opting really holding on to that coin for the Antonius. Think here, Puffin, yeah, Loatheb. Just makes sense, right? Loatheb against the Tempo Mage, able to block out a ton of spells. Hey, Tempo Mage, you won't play spells on me? Wait till next turn, right? Another very difficult turn for Zenstyles. Honestly, I'd like to see Kel'Thuzad come down. You gotta contest this board somehow. Can't let Azure Drake live for too long. Actually going to elect to play your own Azure Drake. But looking at that play, what were you looking for? You know, Frostbolt, you can't play that, right? Loatheb blocked out all your spells. So there wasn't too much you're digging for at the moment. Now Puffin, he has the ability here to actually play Deadly Poison, Blade Fury, and clean up this whole board with the spell damage. Oh, but could we sprint for 7 mana? Usually don't see sprint actually played for its full casting cost, and yeah, I'm not, you know what, that's a tough play really, but value-based play, Puffin knows he's ahead, playing the card advantage, not the worst. Still has the ability to clean up this board if he wants to take the damage. You know, using both backstabs here, but instead Puffin is actually just going to trade off the Azure Drake. Very, very concerned with his health total, but at 19, I think you'd be alright. Alright, you know, Flamemaker and Paladin Shredder in hand. I think we gotta play KT, right? It has to come down at some point. You're not gonna be able to use the ability, but that 6-8 body is very good at contesting the board. Yep, and KT's gonna come down and try to do some work here. Now, do you feel intimidated as Puffin with the all golden deck you've seen so far with the golden KT? I don't think you do, because you're gonna sap that KT right back into Zen Styles' hand. Both of them going to go face, and finally some pressure coming from this rogue. Dr. Boom off the top. Oh, but just immediately Zen Style going for the Antonius coin, the counterspell. It's quite the difficult board actually for Antonius. Not going to be able to survive through this. There's no way you want to survive as Puffin. I think you definitely want to test this secret out first. You play your backstab to see if it is counterspell. It's going to get counterspelled. And then you can really clean it up, though, with the other one. Clean up the board. I kind of like this turn from Puffin. We'll see what he does here in terms of the sequencing. Pretty clear sign that it is not Mirror Entity there. Yep, and it is the counterspell. Puffin going to be able to clean this up rather nicely with the Abyss if he wants to.
I am ready to learn.
Oh, could we see the Blade Fury? Oh, so Blade Fury coming down now just to deal with one minion. Instead of the Eviscerate, probably using that for the final burst at the end. And now look at this board. Puffin taking control, presenting lethal for next turn. And you're just going to get the spell damage Evis in now. Alright, Zen Style, how are you going to deal with that? And it looks like just a mirror image off the top. That's probably not going to do it here. Flamemaker needs some really great rolls. Needs to hit the Blood Mage Thalnos. Does hit the Thalnos. Gonna have some defense for the next turn. But still, look at this. You know, your Temple Mage, you're at 6 health. Oh, wow. Quite the clear. And then we see the BM coming in from Zen Style. Look at this. Dr. Boom. Alright, you cleared my board. I'm going to bring Dr. Boom. Guess what? My board is back intact, and I'm back putting pressure on you, Mr. Tempo Mage. Actually going to opt to prep into the Blade Fury, most likely. It's going to get 3 more damage to the face. Just taking the Tempo Mage down a bit further than we see. Actually, instead of going to take out the Flamewaker, just, you know, you don't have anything on board. Airful Conjure, you know, sort of the last-ditch effort. I think we want to see a freeze here. But not going to cold. You know, that's not going to be enough here. Even if you do freeze Dr. Boom and the Boombots. And the Boombots are going to go face. And it looks like that's going to be it. Puffin is going to continue his hot streak and finally get the win with this Oil Rogue. What a great set, guys. Puffin moving on to the finals in Hearthstone America's Winter Championships. And looking back at the game, you gotta feel a little unfortunate for Zen Style, but at the same time, did not put the pressure on his Tempo Mage, had the option to in the early turns, and once Puffin got the board, there was no turning back. We'll see Puffin in the finals.